overall?
Well, I guess I'd first say that we're going to have product readily available next year or this year. So, no, all jokes aside, I think it's been pretty amazing what our factories have done and being able to have product with all the global supply chain constraints or the constraints on the global supply chain. So, but I would say the most exciting stuff, definitely just from the technical background, our product development team and some of the products that we have come into release. I may be able to share a little bit about some of those, but we have some pretty cool products with our hybrid BRF and some ceiling cassette options that really are game changers in the marketplace. But the other, I guess, piece of working with our product development team would be just their focus on how they've been able to shift their focus on indoor air quality and what we can do in indoor air quality. And actually, because 10 years ago, that wasn't always, we weren't all deemed indoor air quality experts in HVAC. So having that focus with providing energy efficient products, but also being able to remove moisture out of a building and structure is highly important. So, and then I guess the next thing would be, I guess you guys, obviously everyone wants to reduce carbon emissions, and I think one big aspect that we're doing is the way we do training development and workforce development, and being able to meet, the folks that are actually installing the equipment that's highly efficient. I think there's a very big difference between installed efficiency and rated efficiency. And so what we've been able to do to go out there and meet the folks that are actually, the trade allies that are installing the measures, and what we can do for them and meeting them in their busy schedules. So, sorry, that was a probably long-winded answer.
That was good. Gave me another idea. I was going to answer it one way. I'm going to give two answers, I think. So I came into the HVAC air quality space about 4 years ago when I joined enVerid, the company I now lead. I had a background in building energy efficiency, but not so much through an HVAC or air quality lens. And one thing that has surprised me a little bit about coming into this industry is, and we were talking about earlier this evening with somebody, is the challenges, the complexities associated with selling something innovative and new into an industry that traditionally has been a little more conservative and slow to adopt some innovative new concepts. And so my lesson, and what we're going to really focus on at enVerid in 23, has been about partnerships. For a small little company like enVerid, a startup like cove.tool, trying to bring something novel and innovative to the market, what we're learning is that it's all about who we're working with and how we're working with them. So we're doing that with manufacturers who are integrating our technology. We're doing with energy modeling tools like cove.tool that help get it on people's radar and make it easier for them to make selections and learn about what we offer and how it improves the design. We're doing it with organizations that develop standards like ASHRAE and the IECC, and trying to make it easier for people to embrace what we're encouraging the market to consider as we think about how to improve air quality and do it energy efficiently, which is really where our focus is. So for us, it's going to be about partnerships. And I think that's also a good framing for us to think about these energy and sustainability goals, because we have to work together. We have to find ways to collaborate and partner. So that's what we're up to, and that's what I hope we see more of in the industry. What I'll piggyback on a little different theme, but you made me think of it, is we're also happy. I'm also very excited that we have the pandemic, at least the height of it, and the paranoia around it for the most part in the rearview mirror. And I think there's it was a challenge for our business, a little less on the supply chain side, although that was a pain point, but also in terms of our value proposition is all about cleaning and recycling indoor air so that we don't need to bring in as much outside air to maintain good air quality. But during the pandemic, everybody wanted more outside air or something that actually killed viruses, and we don't happen to do that. We focus on the gaseous contaminants. But the silver lining for us is that what the pandemic taught us, I think, is that the solution, if we want to deliver better air quality, safe indoor environments, but do it energy efficiently, is hybrid approaches that bring together ventilation and filtration. And that's what we've been talking about for 13 years. And I'm hoping it's going to land on more receptive ears now, because we've learned through the pandemic that we actually need these hybrid solutions to deliver good, safe indoor environments, but do it energy efficiently, because the climate issue isn't going away anytime soon. So I'm excited for 23 and what that is going to offer in terms of opportunities to deliver this message and hopefully have it land on more ears, be more received.
That's right. The climate issue is certainly not going away. It's going to keep getting more and more intense until we figure it out. With that, I want to definitely move on to the Slido question. So
Am I in the
Here
way?
we have an actual poll, so it's a real-time poll. If y'all have cell phones that are not flip phones, I found one person with a flip phone. I'm not gonna name who you are, but if it's, you know, like a today cell phone, then this should work. It's a QR code. And then we can do a real-time poll together.
I think I was about to have my face in a lot of people's phone cameras.
All right, sounds like most people have scanned it.
1 second, I'm slow with the drawing.
All right, we're looking good. Yes, yes. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, so here's the first.
Who's the best looking there? Is that the poll choice?
No, of course I win that.
I know,
mean-
it's unfair.
That one is an unfair poll. We're gonna do a more fair poll. So here's our first question to the audience. How do you stay current on latest technology and materials that can be used to improve the sustainability of a building? And the options are newsletter and online presence, trade shows, lunch and learns, print media, all of the above. So if you,
That's a good question. I want to know the answer to that.
do you want to take a guess and
Cove
see
Tool-
where you line
Cove
up?
Tool's not on here though. Cove Tool should be on here.
You know, cove tool is newsletter.
Or Rev
We
Tool.
help with RevGen tool is online presence. It helps with lunch and learns to add information in there. So it's a little bit of
I think you
everything.
deserve your own bullet though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Have most of us voted? Yes. I see a lot of nods. All right. Newsletter and online presence, and we see it shifting, right? That's 53%. So that's a. Did you expect that?
Yes.
Okay, you expected that. Did you
We
expect that?
sponsor a lot of newsletters. So.
Sounds like we need to sponsor more newsletter.
Yeah, so don't advertise in print media.
Good one.
Or trade shows.
Yeah, apparently we don't need to go to the HR Expo in 2 weeks here.
They're not going to be there.
All right, so moving on forward with the conversation. We're going to have a few more questions, so definitely don't put your phones too far away, because we will get back to them shortly. But the next question that I had for the panelists is, we will be talking about technology, and I'm curious, how do you leverage technology in your process of connecting data to architects and engineers?
Should I go first this time?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we're trying to find more and more ways to integrate into the standard workflows that the industry is familiar with. And a lot of it hasn't been so technology driven perhaps in the past, but we're looking for opportunities, and this is what brought us to Cove Tool, maybe a year or so ago when we started doing our integration, is how can we get in the workflow or the future workflows that more and more engineers and architects and others will adopt to do their work. And so we've built our own calculators, doing the sort of, we use something called the indoor air quality procedure to do ventilation calculations. We incorporate air cleaning and filtration with ventilation to deliver good air quality but more efficiently. That requires some additional calculations. It requires a little more work for the engineer and the architects if they're looking at this approach. And so we're looking at technology to make it simple, to make it easy. We've built our own calculator. We've integrated into the Cove Tool calculator. We're working with some other energy modeling tools out in the marketplace. And so that's been our approach, is how do we make it easy for you all to learn about us and then hopefully consider using our technology, and that's about integrating into the tools you use today. That's our approach.
Has anyone in the room ever heard of Mitsubishi's Diamond System Builder or used it? So
Any show
all of you guys
hands?
know it is a free tool offered on mylingdrive.com, which is our main website. We're one of the few VRF manufacturers that post freely all of our installation manuals, submittals, all of our products, or for all of our products, even products 20, 30 years old. All of that is on, anyone can access, and then also the Diamond System Builder tool. It's actually a design software program that's free to download on that website, and you can actually have full confidence in putting together a compatible approved system. So basically our